Hi boys and girls, welcome back. Today we are going to be designing our own skateboard. Now, skateboards on the bottom have all these really cool designs. So today, what I want you to do is grab your paper and your favorite coloring tool, and we will be designing our very own skateboard. So I'm first going to start with my paper, and I am going to hold it horizontally. Okay, so now that I do that, I can either grab a pencil or maybe a black marker, whatever you want to just outline your skateboard. And now this part is really easy. So what we're gonna do is on one side, we are going to draw a C, and then we might take these lines all the way down. Now we have two straight lines, and now on the other side, I'm gonna draw a C again, that's backwards, and now our skateboard is all complete. Now from here, we can hold it any way we want, and we are going to start designing. Now today's lesson is all about color, pattern, and design. So with my markers, I am now going to pick some colors that I want to use on my skateboard. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use lines for my patterns, and I'm just going to see where these lines take me. Now, I can use thin lines or thick lines, but I am going to be following this pattern for my whole entire skateboard. Now, as I continue working, you can watch what I'm doing, or if you've already thought of an idea, you can go ahead and start your skateboard. Maybe you want to have your favorite character on the bottom of your skateboard. Maybe you'd want to do patterns like me, but think about the colors. Think about where you're using these colors, when you're using these colors, what do they mean to you? How do they express who you are? Okay, so I am going to just focus on coloring right now, and you guys can color along with me. now that I'm all done with my skateboard and I finished my pattern, I can decide if I want to cut it out or leave it on the page. I think I'm going to leave mine on the page, but what I am going to do is design maybe my background to kind of give it a cool effect. What I'm going to do is I am going to first start off by taking a black crayon and kind of just like highlighting or really placing a shadow along this side of my skateboard. And notice I'm not pressing down really hard, I'm just adding a little shadow. And now I'm going to take green and yellow and I'm kind of going to add in some grass spots so that it looks like my skateboard is laying in the grass. And now remember, for your background, you don't have to do this. You can do another pattern in the background to really make this stand out. You can cut this out and maybe glue it down. If you have a piece of construction paper, you can do that too. So I'm just gonna show you a few ideas, okay? So here is my first idea. Now the reason I'm using crayon is because maybe I want to go back in with my watercolors that I made. Remember, we learned how to mix watercolors. Maybe I want to mix green with a little bit of water and paint this in the background so it looks like it is laying down. If you don't want to do that, you can just go ahead and color this whole entire thing in. And if you don't want to do that, you can grab your scissor, which I'm going to go get. And you can find a piece of construction paper and glue here's my construction paper. So now the next thing I could do is I could leave it like this, or cut out my skateboard. And glue it down on a brighter piece of construction paper. Now, one last thing I can do is you can add in using either black marker, and you could do this before you start your design, or you can do it now. Maybe you want to do it with the leftovers of this piece. If you wanted to, you can make a cutout of where the wheels and everything would go. So you would have 2 sets of wheels. So that's something that if you're interested in doing, you can do that as well. Okay, so there's plenty of ideas what you can do from your skateboard from here. Look up some photos online of what a skateboard looks like, what the photos look like, and that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, think about color, pattern, and design. I know my 4th graders, we talked a lot about Zentangles this year, and some of my other grades, we learned about Romero Brito and how he uses patterns. So think about that as you're designing your skateboard. Have fun.